Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pupil Teacher Education. I hope you are doing well in your studies. Today we will learn about the mechanism and techniques of teaching writing. So let's start the session. Topics we have discussed in earlier session: concept of writing skill, importance of writing and objectives of teaching writing. Today we will learn about mechanism and techniques of teaching writing. As we have discussed in the earlier sessions, the sequence of learning the language skills is listening, speaking, reading and writing. So before teaching writing, sufficient practice of listening, speaking, reading should be given to students. Once the students are able to speak and read, it means that now they know the language. They have sufficient vocabulary to speak. They can identify the written symbols and read the words. It means that they are ready for starting writing practice. At the beginning, students should learn to hold a pencil and try to scribble on the paper. Some of them draw shapes. It brings control over their muscles and fingers. Also, it develops the hands and eye coordination. So, handwriting involves motor skill. Efficient control over the muscles in neck, shoulder, hand, wrist and fingers is very important in writing. For the development of muscles in children, gross motor movement such as hand and finger rotation can be done. The children may find mere motor movements uninteresting and boring. So the teacher can take finger rhymes with actions such as Incy Wincy Spider, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Row 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 Your Boat or 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe. There are so many rhymes in which you can take the exercises of students in an interesting way. This helps a lot to develop the hand muscles of the students which are required in writing. We can also call this preparatory exercises. With singing rhymes and exercises at the same time, the teacher should give pre-writing practice. Let the students draw a picture of their own choice. You may not find it very clear or a skilled picture, but this will help the children in their writing practice. Then the teacher can give practice of drawing shapes like circles, semicircles, square, straight lines, curved lines, strokes. This will help the child to write alphabets with proper shape and size. The practice of singing finger rhymes and drawing shapes and pictures should be conducted till the students are able to write correct alphabets on paper. When the teachers start teaching of writing alphabets, the teacher should teach it according to the convenience of the students. They should not face any difficulty while writing. The children know drawing strokes, straight lines, curved lines. So I think if you observe the capital letters, you will find that more letters are formed with lines. So it may possible that the children will find it easy to write capital letters at the beginning. So also the teacher can divide the letters in groups like the letters formed with lines, the letters formed with circle and the letters formed with both line and circle. You can see the table. The round shaped letters are O, C, Q, G and the other letters are formed with lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines and crossed lines. After that, letters with curved lines are B, D, P, R, S, J. If you divide the alphabets in this particular group, the student will find it easy to write letters. The same technique can be used for teaching small letters. Divide the letters according to the group and teach it to the students in an interesting way you find. The another technique the teacher can use is that the teacher can take the practice of tracing alphabets on practice books on which dotted letters are written. This will help the child to understand the sound, shape and size of a letter. I will show you example. So these are the pictures of worksheet. These are the dotted letters where the students can do practice on tracing the alphabets. Once the student get confidence in writing alphabets and then words on a worksheet, then the teacher can give more practice for writing words with the help of flashcards. They can select the flashcards of their choice and read the words and will write in their notebook. Once the student learn writing words by understanding its meaning, the teacher can provide them substitution table for writing a very short sentences with the help of substitution table. They can make many sentences by using limited words. This activity can be helpful to the students for developing correct writing habits. At the same time, the teacher should pay attention to the students for developing sub skills of writing like handwriting of a student, whether the students write words with correct spelling and uses correct punctuation marks and without any grammatical mistake. So here are the examples of flashcards. The teacher can give the flashcards to the students and tell the right words. The teacher can take the activity of transcription. Here the teacher will write words or small sentences on blackboard and ask students to write it in their notebook. This is a kind of exercise where the students will get the practice of writing. Also, going ahead, the teacher can take the activity of dictation. Here the teacher will dictate the words or sentences and the students will write that in their notebook. This is the exercise where students stay alert and listen carefully to the teacher and write it in their notebook. As the students get habituated for writing with whatever they have taught, then the teacher can give various exercises for writing like match the following, fill in the blanks, complete the sentences, question and answer writing, describe the picture. In these some of the exercises they can write answers by reading the textbook, which are knowledge based answer, and some of them are where the students can write answers in their own words. Also, teacher can select few simple topics and ask the students to write a para on it. This way, the teacher can encourage the students to write in their own words. All these activities are helpful to the students to develop their writing skill. The correct sitting posture plays an important role in writing. So, the teacher should give the following instructions to the students to avoid poor postural habit while writing. The good posture makes you work more efficiently. It creates less fatigue and reduces strain on your spine. On the other hand, poor posture can increase strain on your body. It leads to fatigue and pain in your neck, back and arms. It is very important to sit in a right posture while writing. So here the teacher should give the following instructions. The student should sit straight. The head should have little bent, neck and shoulders are relaxed. The distance between eyes and paper should be minimum 12 inches. The forearms should be parallel to the desk and 90 degrees angle. While writing, neck and shoulders should be relaxed to avoid the poor postural habit. Now what you should not do while writing? Don't lean forward close to your paper. Don't rest your head on the table while writing. Constant movement of your legs and body is not good for writing. So today we have discussed the mechanism and techniques of teaching writing. I hope you enjoyed today's session and the session will be beneficial to you in your teaching writing skill. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching.